What's up, buddies? And buddy girls. Today we are going to continue with our Zelda lore. And we were last talking about fairies. So, we are talking about each race in the Zelda universe. The next race we are going to talk about is Gerudo. Before I get started, I just want to thank again actually I don't think I thanked this person, but I want to thank the second person to pledge to me on Patreon. I really appreciate it, and it means so much to me. So thank you very much. You're awesome. If you guys like this video, then I hope you will subscribe. And if you haven't seen any other parts of our Zelda lore series, then I suggest you go and listen to those, because if you think you'll enjoy this, you'll definitely enjoy those too. Okay, let's get started. I am going to read a little slower than I normally do, because I know that some people enjoy the slower speaking. The Gerudo are a tribe of humanoid thieves who mainly are desert dwellers. Distinguishing physical traits of Gerudo typically include bronzed skin, scarlet hair, aquiline noses, gold eyes, and, unlike the Hylians, round ears. Though Ganondorf is given pointed ears for the first time in the Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess. Evil Gerudo, such as Ganondorf and the twin Rova sisters, possess a olive skin color. Apart from a single male born to the Gerudo every 100 years, the race consists entirely of women. By Gerudo law, this man must become king of the tribe. Ganondorf, the main antagonist of this series, is one such man, and is king of the Gerudo in Ocarina of Time, and is the surrogate son of a pair of Gerudo witches. The twin Rova sisters, Kataki and Kume. It is suggested that the Gerudo seek men from outside their tribe as partners. Although nothing is ever really confirmed, it is also thought that the Gerudo kidnap men when they need to reproduce. Majora's Mask, where they live in the ocean at Great Bay and are ruled by a woman instead of a man. Presumably because there are not any male Gerudo alive at the present moment. One that is alive is still a child, or the law itself does not exist among Termina's Gerudo population. These Gerudo are enemies of the Zoras. They search for treasures in the sea, usually ending in trouble and failure, as seen when they steal the Zora eggs laid by Lulu, following a hint given by the Skull Kid to invade Great Bay Temple, and assault unaware Zoras and fishermen, although they do not approach Clocktown. I'm going to move on to Goron now because there looks to be some Breath of the Wild information on Gerudo, and it looks kind of like spoilers, so I don't want to read that just in case some people haven't gotten to that point yet or don't want to be spoiled. I'll probably give it another month and then I'll start not caring so much about spoilers. The Goron are a race of strong but peaceful mountain-dwelling rock creatures who first appear in Ocarina of Time as friendly characters, also appearing in The Wind Waker as nomadic traders, and in Twilight Princess in a role similar to that in Ocarina. One Goron, an archaeologist studying ancient Hylian artifacts, appears in Skyward Sword as a guide to using these artifacts. Goron culture revolves around brotherhood and strength, usually referring to each other and those they deem strong as brother or big brother. Gorons show high regard for individuals who display great strength and particularly enjoy matching their strength with others in sumo wrestling matches. While not all the games that feature Gorons include full tribes, those that do depict Goron policy as headed by a single patriarch, sometimes aided by one or more Goron elders, who assume leadership of the tribe when the patriarch cannot. Darunia is the patriarch in Ocarina of Time. The Goron elders in Twilight Princess are Goron, springs. For leisure, Gorons enjoy music and dance, rolling and racing games, sumo wrestling, and bathing in hot springs. Gorons have taken on occupations such as crafting, blacksmithing, sculpting, demolition, and merchantry, usually explosives, which they are experts in producing. Gorons maintain a diet of rocks and iron. They also eat rock, sirloin, amber, and metal shields as delicacies. Gorons enter the fetal position, similar to an armadillo, for several purposes, such as resting, crushing obstacles, assaulting enemies, launching others to higher places, and transportation by rolling at great speed. Gorons endowed with fairy magic can grow metal spikes while rolling. Gorons appear in Skyward Sword. 3 Gorons are encountered in Skyward Sword: Gorko, Golo, and Gortrim. At least 2 of them, Gorko and his assistant Golo, are shown work as archaeologists, with Gorko traveling the land, researching ancient artifacts and ruins, while Golo is busy excavating the Hairaru caves. Unlike the other 2, Gortrim works as the proprietor of the rickety coaster mine cart ride at the abandoned Hairaru shipyards. All 3 Gorons are encountered in the Hairaru Desert region at some point, and the Hairaru Caves seems to serve as the base of operations for Gorko and Golo, as there are signs on the wall that pertain to their research into various regions of the desert. Gorons are universally male humanoids with generally beige skin, long arms, short legs, hulking shoulders, and virtually unnoticeable necks. Gorons seen in the games have round, purple eyes as well as prominent, rotund bellies. Gorons lack external hearing organs like reptiles. Gorons' ears are holes at the sides of their heads. By adulthood, Gorons appear to gain rock-like protrusions on their backs, as well as in places where human hair would be on their faces. In Phantom Hourglass, they do grow hair. Most are the size of an average human, though some, such as Bigoron, can grow as large as a mountain. Due to their great destiny, Gorons sink to the bottom of bodies of water and are thus helpless in such an environment. However, they do not require respiration to survive, as a Goron child proves by resting underwater, mentioning that he never feels the need to take a breath. Also in Twilight Princess, a Goron becomes permanently submerged in the main pool in Zora's domain, but rather enjoys the cold water rather than drowning. Gorons are exceptionally resistant to heat, to the point of being able to walk through shallow lava. In The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, Link can inhabit the body of the deceased Goron hero, Termina, and use the ability to roll and punch as hard as the Megaton hammer from Ocarina of Time. That is all for today's video. There is some information on Gorons in Breath of the Wild, but like I said, we're gonna skip that for now. I don't want to give any spoilers away because I know that I didn't want to watch anything or hear anything about the game before I played it, so I'm gonna respect other people. I hope you enjoyed this video. I haven't done a really slow reading in a while, so I hope that this will be slow enough. I don't know. I couldn't tell. I think I was reading a lot slower, and yeah, sometimes I enjoy to listen to slower speaking as well. So, yeah, I will see you guys on Friday.